Hey there, Taurus, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your mid-month reading. This is going to be a read for July 15th through the 31st, and we're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies. Also, Taurus, if this reading resonates and you would like to book a personal, make sure to check out the description box below. And of course, if you enjoy what I do and you want to say thank you, donation link is also below. Your girl loves coffee, so any and every amount is greatly appreciated. Lastly, Taurus, if these readings resonate and you want even more free readings, make sure to subscribe to my email list. I send out free extended readings every Monday, only to my email list subscribers. Main energy for your reading is the moon. Bottom of the deck, you get the Seven of Wands. You're feeling or experiencing some internal resistance showing up for you. But you don't really understand why. This isn't like the Nine of Wands where it's too intense, it's too powerful, like you just keep hitting wall after wall after wall, but you're definitely experiencing some internal resistance. And for some reason you're like I just don't get it. I don't understand. Now, in the recent past, you get the Four of Wands, the Tower and the Hierophant. This is you showing up here in the recent past in all your glory, all your power. And there's definitely a very, very strong bond and a very strong connection, which is showing up here for you. The thing is, though, Taurus, in the recent past, this connection crumbled. Something happened where this connection just completely collapsed for some reason. It came out of nowhere. You weren't expecting it. It literally came out of the blue where you're like, this connection was working. It was great. And then bam, all of a sudden it stopped working for some reason. And you're like, what is happening? Where did this come from? In the current situation, you get the King of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. You're essentially showing me this isn't working. I'm walking away from this. Like, you feel very abandoned and neglected by this person, but at the same time, Taurus, you're very clear on like what works for you and what doesn't. And you're showing me in the current situation, I'm choosing myself and I'm walking away, right? You don't got to tell me you don't want me twice. Whether this connection, like whatever the reason is, we're going to clarify in the recent past to see why it crumbled. You're not sticking around. You're just like, okay, you don't want me. That's fine. Bye. Like you have no problem with that whatsoever. You are showing up here in the current situation. We'll see why you're not showing up in like it's not that you're not showing up as yourself. You are. It's just kind of like a little bit of like a muted version of you, Taurus. In the near future, you get the King of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Four of Cups. You still love this person. Despite everything, despite how things unfolded, you do still love them and you still have a lot of love for them. And you're kind of looking a little bit at like, how things unfolded and everything that happened between you and your person. And you're like, well, why did it have to unfold this way? Like things could have gone so much better. It didn't have to happen this way. Like, why? Why did it have to happen this way? And you're just kind of bummed out. You're not even like heartbroken or anything like that. You're just bummed out. So let's clarify Taurus. And let's start off by clarifying the moon, which is the main energy for your reading. Moon is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Four of Wands. You get the Four of Wands immediately right here in the recent past. Here's the thing, Taurus. You're very good at doing you. You're very good at kind of like prioritizing yourself and your needs and your desires. Are you bummed out? Yeah. Do you wish things could have unfolded differently? Yeah. Do you still feel very attached and very connected to this person? Yeah. But you're also very good at compartmentalizing and suppressing all of that and being like, you know what? It's kind of an energy of like if I just ignore it long enough, it'll just go away. And honestly, Taurus, for most signs that doesn't work. For you, it seems to work. You're able to somehow pull that off. And again, you do still feel very connected to this person. I can see this person, Eight of Swords, living in your head rent free. But you're just waiting. You're like, I know eventually this will get resolved one way or the other. I don't know exactly how this is going to unfold, right? You can't predict the future. You can't see exactly how this whole situation with your person is going to unfold and develop, but you know it will. You're showing me like this is not the end. What happened between us, what's going on between us, it is not the end. And you know that for a fact. It's not a question of like, oh, I'm trying to be hopeful. I don't know how, but you're like, I know that this is not the end, right? This is not the end of this connection. This is not the end of the bond. This is not the end of me and this person. Like there's more to come. So let's see. Let's see. Let's take a look at the recent past. We'll start off with the Four of Wands in the recent past. Four of Wands is clarified by the Hermit, the Five of Cups, which you get again in the near future, and the Six of Wands. Even though there's radio silence between you and your person, I don't feel like you guys are talking at all. I don't feel like there's any communication between you and your person. Um, Even though there is radio silence, you know that everything happened the way it was meant to happen, first of all. And secondly, you know that this is going to all work out in your favor. And you're not even saying this in like a cocky way. You're literally just saying me, we've been down this road before. Like whether it's with this person or with somebody else, history has shown me that everything always works out for me. And so when it comes to this connection, I know this too will work out in the best possible way for me, right? Look at these cards, dark blue, orange. Like, you know that this is gonna work out for you. You know this is all gonna pan out exactly how you want it to. You just don't exactly know how. Like, the nitty-gritty, the little details, but you know it will. Let's take a look at the Tower in the recent past, Taurus. Tower is clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Knight of Pentacles. You get the King of Pentacles again here in the current situation. The whole way, like, the way this whole situation evolved, it literally just came out of nowhere. Like, things were good, and then bam, all of a sudden it exploded and it stopped working, right? And you're showing me, yeah, it came out of nowhere. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this. And yeah, I still kind of feel stuck in like the whole situation, right? I don't feel like you've completely moved away. I don't feel like you've gotten over it. But you're showing me I'm still the one in control. I'm still the one in the position of power here. And I know you guys are like, "Oh, I'm not about power, blah, blah, blah." Taurus, every single dynamic, there is someone who holds a little bit more of the power and a little bit less of the power. And you're showing me in how things unfolded and what happened, I was the one that came out on top. Granted, I'm still kind of stuck in that situation. Again, you haven't completely gotten over it or moved past it, but you came out on top. You feel it, you can sense it, you can see it. Let me just adjust my mic real quick, Taurus. Okay, let's take a look at the Hierophant in the recent past because this is you. Hierophant's clarified by the Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. Look, Taurus, between you and me, on the DL, you're very, very, at least in the recent past, you're very interested in rebuilding with this person. You're showing me literally all it would take would be an apology. All it would take would be for this person to come in, apologize, and a sincere apology, right? Not just like a BS one, like a sincere apology. Come in, apologize. We can move past this. We can have a new beginning in love. Yeah, it might be a little bit difficult. Yeah, rebuilding the foundation is not going to be the easiest thing ever, but we can do this. We can work through this. But it all starts with an apology. And that's kind of what you're showing me. Do I feel like you're telling your person this? Absolutely not. You would never put yourself in a situation like that. But I do feel like you're at least honest with me and yourself where you're like, yeah, that's what it would take. Let's take a look at the current situation. I want to see the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is clarified by the Star, the Sun, and the Hangman. Wow, these are all major arcana cards you're experiencing. And there you are again, bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. You're experiencing some pretty intense emotions in the current situation, Taurus. You're literally showing me, I just want to get unstuck. Remember how I said in the recent past, you feel a little bit stuck where you haven't moved away from this connection. You have, like, technically it ended or whatever happened, but you haven't disconnected. You haven't like completely walked away. You haven't gotten back together. And you're showing me like I more than anything just want to get unstuck. I don't even care if it's with this person, without this person. I just don't want to be stuck. I want to get unstuck. Now, the path to your unstuck energy, Taurus, is through clarity. You're showing me for me to get unstuck, for me to essentially feel like I'm, which direction I'm moving in to take action and move in that direction, I need clarity. There's something about this situation, whether it's internal for you with this person. I don't know what this clarity is about, but you're showing me I need clarity. That is and deep clarity, by the way, not just like some BS explanation of like, oh, hey, I ghosted you because, I wasn't feeling well. You need like immense clarity. And that's what you want in the current situation more than anything. You're like, literally, if I were a genie and I was like, Taurus, you get one wish, you're like, I just want clarity. Just give me clarity. Like, I need to get out of this situation. I need to get unstuck. I need to be crystal clear on everything that happened. Let's take a look at the Six of Swords in the current situation. Six of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you're walking away from this connection. You're showing me, like, I still love this person, but what's the point of loving them? What's the point of still acting like we're in a relationship or me feeling like I still care about them when literally it's like we're done? You don't even have the clarity that you're looking for. You're like, it's just easier for me to walk away. Now, The way for you to walk away, Taurus, what you do is you take all your feelings for this person, for this connection, and you put them behind a wall. It's like all your feelings can go back here. You put them behind a wall, out of sight, out of mind. And that way it makes it easier for you to kind of like walk away and detach from this. The thing is, though, Taurus, it's not a one-way street. It's kind of like, today you're walking away, you're done. And then tomorrow you go and check their Instagram. And then the next day you're like, no, 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 I'm done, I'm done. And then the next day, you're kind of like, oh, well, what about them? Maybe, it's kind of like a little bit of back and forth. You're a little bit, and again, this makes total sense. Just be patient with yourself. But I can see like the internal battle that you're going through of I'm done, I'm not done. I'm walking away, I'm not walking away, right? Because again, you haven't gotten the clarity that you're looking for, which makes it that much harder to decide which direction you want to move in with this person. Let's clarify the Five of Pentacles in the current situation. Wow. Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Lovers, the Five of Wands, and the Justice. Taurus, you love them. You love them. You're looking at them as the lovers. The lovers is not just some casual connection that you can just walk away from. Like, it's the lovers. It's the most emotionally charged card in all of tarot when it comes to romance and feelings and emotions. And you feel very conflicted because on the one hand, you feel abandoned and neglected by this person. They literally, maybe they ghosted you, maybe they disappeared, maybe they just kind of like, pulled some ish out of nowhere. Excuse me, out of nowhere. And you're like, they hurt me and this sucks. But on the other hand, I still feel very connected to them and very attached to them and very much like this is a soul connection. And you're a little bit confused and conflicted internally about like, what am I to do? I can see what direction you're moving in. You're like, I just want to set things right with them. I just want to balance the energies out, whether that's reconciling or not. Like, you just want everything to be good because right now things are not good between you and this person. Um, but you're very conflicted as to whether or not you should want to fix things. You should want things to be good, right? Because at the end of the day, they hurt you. They're not the ones that are making any move to heal this and fix this and, literally bring back harmony to this situation. So why should you? But you're still carrying these feelings. So there is a little bit of like an internal conflict happening for you in the current situation about like what to do, what should I do, how should I approach this, should I even want what I want, etc. Let's take a look at the near future. I want to see the King of Cups. King of Cups is clarified by the Two of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the World. Oh boy. Yeah, you're coming to the realization in the near future that like as much as you love this person, it's time to close out this cycle. Whatever that means for you. You're coming to this decision and this realization in the near future. Now, do you want to come to this realization? No. You're literally fighting this tooth and nail. You're literally showing me, I understand, I see, that I should close out this cycle. I should put an end to this. There's nothing left for me here. But I still love them, so I kinda don't wanna see that, It's almost like you're kinda burying your head in the sand a little bit between what you feel, what you know is happening versus what you want to have happen with them. And again, it's the lovers. Trust me, this is not an easy decision for you to come to, and I can see why you're battling yourself here because the love for this person is still very much there. Let's clarify the Five of Cups in the near future. Five of Cups is clarified by the Page of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're kinda yeah, this is not the easiest energy. You're kinda going back in your mind and replaying everything, right? Looking back at the past. Um, and the more you think about it, the more you look at it, the more you analyze what happened, the more overwhelmed and confused and in pain you become. And so it's very much an energy of like you kind of going back and being, because remember, you got the Five of Cups here. Going back and be like, well, maybe I shouldn't have said this. Maybe I could have done this differently. Maybe if I didn't do this, then this wouldn't have happened, right? But Taurus, I have to say, this is a very, very unhealthy path you're going down in the near future, simply because you are starting to, how do I say this nicely? You're looking at the situation through a distorted lens. And so essentially what you're doing is kind of like, oh, maybe I was too pushy that one day. Or maybe if I hadn't said this, then they wouldn't feel pressured, to be in a relationship or whatever. And then they wouldn't have ghosted me. And then blah, 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 blah. Right. This path is BS because the universe is, especially with the devil, you're looking at it through an incorrect lens. We could play woulda, shoulda, coulda until we're blue in the face, right? But at the end of the day, things unfolded the way they were meant to unfold. And you going back and being like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said this, or maybe I shouldn't have pushed too hard." The universe is kind of letting you know, like, you're just causing yourself a lot of pain and a lot of unnecessary, overwhelming emotions by going back and questioning and doubting and, like, playing woulda, shoulda, coulda with every single thing that took place between you and this person. Let's take a look at the Four of Cups in the near future. I can see how bummed out you are. Four of Cups is clarified by the Four of Cups, again, the Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. You still are showing me, like, I'm not giving up on this. I know we'll be able to rebuild, whether it's reconcile or be friends or whatever. Like, I know this is not the end with this person. I know this is not the end of the story. And I don't think it is the end of the story, Taurus. I really don't. Um, but I also think you need to cut yourself a little bit of slack and not play the woulda, shoulda, coulda game here in the near future, because you're literally just tormenting yourself for no reason, you know? Can't go back in time unless you have a time machine, in which case, share the details, please, because I got a few times I want to revisit too. But for those of you that don't have a time machine and don't know how to time travel, maybe let's not play the woulda, shoulda, coulda game. All right, Taurus, let's see what the universe wants you to keep in mind for this reading. Wow. From the universe, you get the Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you get the Eight of Wands. Taurus, you want a new beginning in love, and you're showing me, I want to start over. I love this person. We have such a beautiful flow, such a beautiful, like, energy between us. When things are good, they are so good. Like, we give equally, we receive equally. There's balance, there's love, there's emotion. All we have to do to resolve this is to communicate, to have open, honest, vulnerable communication. That is the solution. That is how we will work through this. I can see what you want, Taurus, but I don't know. I don't see your person's energy. But Taurus, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you here on the next one.